And hello guys, we are here today for another video. I think I'm just gonna change my intro like this. Just don't say anything, just hello. Give me a nice. So, oh yeah, I'm gonna be a bit, I don't know. But since I played this game for a long time, the only champions that I don't have are those 5. It's really cool, it's just, can't wait to have them all. All. For some of you probably you already have them, but for me it's nice, okay? It's at least an achievement that I want to have in my life. Just kidding. But I have enough to buy one, almost two. I don't because Darkbreaker released a video today that there will be probably champions coming to Wild Rift. So let me think. If I remember well, it's Kayn, Yumi, Aatrox, Horn, and Talia. Okay. So out of those champions, technically, you can play two mid. Two of them can go mid. So Aatrox is a bruiser, a bit like Darius or Yasuo, I would say, more like Yasuo. Other one is Talia. She's a mage. She can go jungle or mid. On PC, she's more played mid. Aatrox is more played top. But anyway, about the other three, Yumi is a support and is annoying as hell. Basically, she can attach to you, and that's it. Game over. Yep, that's Yumi. That's how fun the champion is. But anyway, the other two, so Horn is usually played Baron. I've seen him play the support. That is not bad, but well, basically he can craft items out of the fountain. So you're laning and he can craft items. He also can upgrade items. So I don't know how they are gonna do it on Wild Rift. Actually, I really don't. Probably just put like one upgrade per item, per champion. Sorry, because on PC there are items that are legendary, no, mythical, which is items that you can only have one of, like one mythical of. For example, Leandri, the mask, and Luden, the kind of like purple wand, are mythics, but you can have both on Wild Rift. So I don't know how they're gonna do it. And the last one is probably my favorite one, is Kayn. Kayn is an assassin, and when he attacks enemy champions, if I'm not wrong, if he attacks ranged champions, he gains blue stacks. If he attacks melee champions, he gains red stacks. And then, when you have enough stacks, you can evolve to blue or red Kayn. Blue Kayn is more like an assassin, and red Kayn is more like a fighter. He's played on jungle, but I think I can pull it out mid. Aatrox can also be played in mid, so it's kinda fine. But well, anyway, I've already lost enough time. Fuck, 3 minutes already. Anyway, gonna be fast on this one. I can't wait on the champions that are coming. I really can't wait. It's nice. I've waited for Ornn and Kayn and Aatrox for so long. So today I'm here to play. You've probably seen it by the title of the video. That's probably why you click. I'm gonna put a timestamp so you don't have to worry. You can just skip the blah 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 that I say. I'm here to talk about Orianna, Lady of the Clockwork. Is a champion that I am playing quite a lot, as you can see, and I'm really enjoying actually. So, let's talk about her real quick. She has two passives. One, she controls her ball. As you can see, there is her, and she has a ball there. Her abilities come from the ball, not from her, but from the ball. So, enemies damage you, but what you do is with the ball. Your basic attacks comes from you, but the rest, the normal abilities, come from the ball. So you have basically to keep an eye on where the ball is and where you are. Be really careful with that. Sometimes I get baited by that. So, the second passive, your basic attack deal bonus magic damage. Attacks against the same target in a gap of 4 seconds deal bonus damage stack up to 2 times. So if you attack 3 times the enemy, you will deal even more damage. I've played Nashor's Tooth with Orianna because of the passive. I don't think it's worth, actually. But it's always really nice to have some attack speed, and depending on what kind of thing you need. Anyway, abilities. For commands, of course, she commands the ball. So, first one, command attack. She says to the ball to go in a certain position. If the ball is too far away from Orianna, the ball will immediately teleport to her, on top of her. If you walk on top of the ball will be attached to you. So, it also deals damage to the enemies on the way, and the units take less damage. So basically, use it more for champions for poke. Second ability, Command Dissonance. So when you use it, the ball expands and deals like kind of an area on the floor, dealing damage. That area will stay on the floor for 3 seconds, will slow down enemies and speed up you and your allies. Allies. I didn't specify anything, I'm gonna talk about it later. Last, Command Protect. So, the passive. Whoever has the ball, you or an ally champion, you cannot put your ball on minions. Gain armor and magic resistance. When you attach the ball, when you put your ball onto someone else or you with Command Protect, you temporarily, for 2 or 3 seconds I think, you gain a shield. You take a shield, it doesn't really say. And on the way, it also deals damage to enemies, but the most important is the resistances and the shield that you get. Last one, and the most powerful one of course, Command Shockwave. So, Command Shockwave. The ball will unleash a powerful shockwave and deal a massive damage, dragging enemies towards the ball. So it's a little tricky, so I'm just gonna go on nope. There, practice mode, just to show you more or less how does it work. So how do you want to play with Orianna? Orianna, the laning phase you want to play safe because you are a scaling mage. Scale. You scale. Means that you're not strong in the early game. Even if you're comfortable enough with a champion, you can do a lot in the early game. But overall, stay safe early and pop off late. So, you want to scale until the late game. On the laning phase, you can poke quite a lot. So let's go. Here we are. I'm just gonna give me some levels to have my ult. There you go. I'm gonna talk about this, yeah. About the skill order. So, you want first ability first, to command the ball, then second, to expand and deal damage, and also this area that speed up and slow enemies, then the shield. At level 5, you're gonna get the ultimate, but level 4. Another point on the first ability. Why on the first if the second deals more damage? Because it reduces the cooldown. This way, you don't have to be waiting like as long to use basically again the second ability, because you most of the time will never use it like this. You're gonna use it with like this. Boom. So then level 5 ultimate, level 6, 7 first ability you complete, 8 you're gonna put the point on the ultimate, 9 on the ultimate, sorry, on the second ability, 9 on the ultimate. Then for the 3 other levels you're gonna upgrade the last ability. So just 1 point on the second, and then you complete this one. Then another point on the ultimate, and you finish. So, Garen, you're annoying me. He's gonna die to the turret probably. So, first ability I've already told you why, because of the cooldown. And also the base damage, that goes up by quite a lot. The ultimate, I don't need to talk about it. 1 point on the second ability, because the slow and movement speed is actually quite relevant. 5% is quite relevant, and I'm gonna tell you why. The base damage will also go up, but mostly because of the slow and movement speed. You want this because the resistance will go up and you will be less squishy, so you will die less or have bigger probabilities to survive. Jesus. the shield will also be bigger, of course. So 5% movement speed might not seem much, but let's look at some items. This one, for example. Look, 5% movement speed. Let's go to defensive. This one. 5%. 5% on items is actually quite a lot, you see? Look at the prices. 900, 950. Let's look at the boots. The boots actually don't give us a percentage, but, well, some values. I can more or less tell. So movement speed, where is it? Okay. Okay, movement speed. 447 base movement speed. So let's do something. I'm gonna put this on here and I'm gonna check it. So I'm gonna walk on it. I can't. Jesus. This. So movement speed. Yeah. See? It just goes up by to 500, which is quite fast. I'm just gonna wait for the guard. Guard is the buff that you have after the Nexus. Okay, it's the base. Got it. So, there you see. And it's actually not that fast, but think that this bonus will basically trigger twice. Because you will get faster, the enemies will get slower. Now, what I want to talk. Enemy dummy. Pay attention to the ball. Right on top of there. See? Then I'm gonna use my shockwave. It's gonna be pulled out to the center. It was immediately on top of the mannequin. So it went from right here on top of the ball to there. So if I put my ball here, it's gonna be going to the center, the exact center. If I shockwave again, it's gonna be pulled out. So be careful with that. When you want to kill an enemy, don't put your ball there because, well, now it didn't really work out, but anyway, I can just do this. Let's put the dummy here. Be careful doing this, because you will help the enemy get away. You can also do what I just did, which is bring the enemies close to the turret, just doing this. When you are getting ganked, that's really good, actually. How do I remove dummies? There you go. When you are getting ganked, just put your ball on you and then shockwave. Boom. He'll go inside of the turret. It already happened for me to survive ganks because of this and even get kills. So be careful with this. When you want to kill an enemy, be careful doing this. You prefer doing it this way, having the ball between you and the enemy, so the ball will bring the enemy close to you. Be careful with that, because in the beginning that's a tricky part because of the shockwave. Sometimes you will shockwave, you will like ordinate the ball to go there, but for some reason it didn't went, and you're like, where's my shockwave? And yeah, it's gone. So try to don't do this. Don't keep your ball too far away from you. Try to keep your ball close, because as you can see, the longer the distance, the more the ball takes to go. If I just have the ball here, it's a lot easier for me to poke the enemy. If the ball is here and I want to take it there, look at the travel time. The enemy can just dodge it. So when you play against an Orianna, be careful, don't stand too close to the wave, because she'll usually do this to get the minions, and then just to poke you. So stay away from the ball, so you can have time to dodge it. That's it. So skill order, I will repeat. Level 1, 1, level 2, 2, level 3, 3, 4, 1, and level 5, ultimate, and you're gonna max out the first, put the point on the second, points on ultimate as soon as possible, of course, then finish the third and finish the second. I'm gonna quit for the build runes summoner spells. Yeah, victory, blah blah blah, Riot. Come on. There you go, good boy. And I have to go there again. This skin is really freaking cool, by the way. Good job, Riot. So, that's the build that I'm using. So, first of all, summoner spells, I'm gonna get this out of the way immediately. Basically, I always go for this. Barrier and Flash. Barrier because you're a mage, you're squishy, and it's really good to bait the enemies. Oh, I can kill Orianna, and then Barrier, and you can kill them back. Flash, nothing to say about Flash, just Well, exceptions. If you see that you can be really aggressive, go for Ignite, but usually I never go for Ignite. There is one that can make sense. Exhaust. If you're playing against an assassin, you can play Exhaust because not only you will reduce their damage, but also their movement speed. If you're playing on a Ram, you probably want to play Clarity for the mana, but doesn't matter here. About the runes, yes, it's really weird. I have Grasp of the Undying. So what? So why do I want Grasp? One, it's really good to poke because it will basically upgrade one basic attack that you will deal to the enemy. It will give you health back, so more sustain in lane, and increase your HP. Not by much, but it will increase also your HP. The most interesting part about it is the health that you're gonna gain back. That's really interesting. You also deal bonus damage, so of course you always take it. Runes. If you don't want to play with Grasp, when you want to play with Grasp is basically I play normally with Grasp. If the enemies have a lot of mobility like dashes and all that, Phase Rush. Really good. So basic attack, first, second ability. Boom, Phase Rush is there. What is Phase Rush? When you hit an enemy champion 3 times in 3 seconds, you gain a burst of movement speed with separate basic attack or abilities, of course. So it reduces the slow and gives you movement speed, so it's better for you to run away from a gang or just chase better. I don't really go for Phase Rush because I have another champion when the enemies have a lot of mobility. Maybe I'll do another video about him. Harry if you want to poke, but I don't really like Harry. Electrocute in some matchups can be nice too. If you think that you can kill your opponent, Electrocute, Ignite, good to go. Conqueror, you can go for Conqueror. And I don't know, if you feel that your team is gonna lack a lot of damage and you're gonna be the only one dealing damage, Conqueror is the way to go. And you probably want Vampirism to don't die or Champion if you feel comfortable. But I do feel comfortable with Grasp, and that's the most important part about the game. Play with what you feel comfortable with. It's not because the top one is using this and you are using another one that you're gonna be worse than him. No. Play with what you feel comfortable with. On top of all, on rank, PvP, whatever, it doesn't matter. You're not in a team, you're not in a tournament. So play with what you feel comfortable. It's chill. About the Domination rune. Gathering Storm, I go for full scaling. I don't think there is any other rune that you can go except Champion or Weakness. Weakness you can go, but I don't really like it. Champion, it's too risky. Even playing a lot of Orianna, I still die 1 or 2 times per game, depending on the games, of course. I don't feel comfortable with Champion, so Gathering Storm. Hunter Titan, because of the tenacity, so less vulnerable to CC. If the enemy have like 1 or 2 assassins, you can go for bolt plating. But bolt plating in lane, it's not really good because the enemies can just use it and then kill you after. So Hunter Titan is my good to go. On top of all, you gain max HP, which combines well with Grasp. Last rune, Sweet Tooth could be a good rune. Yes, indeed, more gold, more HP, and more mana. But for the healing I have Grasp, and for the mana I prefer Mana Flow Band. I like playing Mana Flow Band when I play with Tear of the Goddess items. I don't play with Tear of the Goddess, actually. Not anymore because I felt a huge lack of damage in my build because of that item. So I go just Mana Flow Band because it gives me 300 mana. Good, that's just a good sustain in lane, basically. Because I like to recall a lot, buy items, and to get those small advantages. Other runes that you can go, I don't think. You can go Sweet Tooth if you don't feel comfortable, but Mana Flow Band is good to go. Items. Since I'm a full scaling mage, Rod of Ages first. I don't care about the early game. I can do something in the early game, of course I can, but I do not pay attention to the early game. So let's scale. Chill. This will give me HP, make me more tanky and less vulnerable to get killed. And of course, a lot of AP, a lot of mana. For those who don't know the item, since the exact second that you buy the item, every 45 seconds you gain 1 stack, up to 10 stacks. So, the equivalent of 10 times 45 seconds is 7 minutes and a half. 7 minutes and a half, exactly 7 minutes and a half after you buy this item will be completed because every stack will give you more stats, that is, health, mana, and ability power. In the end, you're gonna pay 2800 gold to get an item that will give you 500 HP, 120 AP, and 600 mana, max mana. This item is huge. It's really huge. It doesn't do anything, but the stats that it gives you, just perfect. After, Infinity Orb. I don't usually finish Infinity Orb first. I really like to buy this item early because of the movement speed. Movement speed on Orianna is huge. It's really good. It will allow you to chase or run away. Since you're squishy, mobility is the key to survive. Then, Legendary Torment, which is a really good item against tanks overall, dealing burning damage to the enemies, but most importantly, 5 seconds after you're in combat, you gain 6% more damage. 6% might not seem much, but it actually is. If the enemies don't have any tanks, you can just go for go for Morello or for Luden. If you see that you can like basically burst the enemies. If not, just go for this one. If they have a lot of heal, or Crystal Reflector or Punch's Veil if they have a lot of magic resistance or physical damage. Items that you can go instead of Rod of Ages is Dark Angel Staff because of the mana, just because of the mana. This item is a bait. Soul Stealer might seem good, but I try and I have lack of damage. You're gonna use your Shockwave more often, but it won't be as impactful. What you want is not 2 okay Shockwaves, is 1 big one. Because the more damage you deal, the closer you are to one-shot the enemies. Nashor's Tooth is not bad, but it's not good either. Relays, it's more for a support build, even, like, no, it's just not that good. Slowing the enemies, you already do it with your second ability. Lich Bane can be okay if you think you can basically one-shot and play like an assassin, basically. On top of all, it also builds with the Ether Wisp that gives you movement speed. The last 2 items, Void Staff and Rabadon, of course. For the boots, I always go for cooldown boots and Zonia's Stasis. Why? Because this build, as you can see, has absolutely no ability haste. Absolutely no. So I'm focusing more on dealing damage and on spamming my abilities like an idiot. This way, not only it will help me keep more focused on what I'm doing, but also on saving mana. The more you use your spells, the faster your mana run out. Or when you are playing with other people, you cannot count on the jungler giving you the blue buff. There are idiots everywhere, everywhere. And no, most of the time they won't give you. So focus on yourself. Rule number 1 of League of Legends. Fuck your team, focus on yourself. So, everything to know about the champion is done, and too much time already. I'm gonna put the timestamps, don't worry. Now, let's jump onto the gameplay. There. Which one do I show you? This one was funny, actually. This was a good game. A really good 1v9 game, as you like it. That skin is really cool. They did a good job on the Gloria skin. So, on the comments tell me what champion are you waiting for about like the 5 champions that are coming into Wild Rift. I will repeat: Kayn, Yuumi, Aatrox, Horn, and Talia. Which champion are you more hyped for? So, let's get right into the game. Usually, I always go ward this little bush or this little bush depending on where my bot lane is. Bot lane like it is in support. The Seraphine was really dumb playing. Really dumb. So, I only had to dodge that and then I would deal more damage than her. As you can see, my basic attacks are starting to hurt quite a lot. And I'm getting heal back. Look, who win the trade? Me, of course. I heal with the grasp, and I dealt more damage than her because of the basic attacks. Seraphine is a really annoying champion. But her cooldowns are huge. Look at this, 11 seconds. 11 seconds. And those two are not better. That's so annoying to play versus. But after she uses her abilities, look at this. 20 seconds, 7 seconds, like... I can use literally 2 of my abilities while she can use 1. I'm talking about the same. The cooldowns of Seraphine are huge. So, about this matchup, what you want to do is basically... Well, there you go. I was about to say be careful and dodge the abilities. Usually Seraphine players are predictable and you can see when they are using the abilities. So that's what you have to do overall. Dodge the abilities, try to poke her, and look, she's slow. She's in range from 1 basic attack that had a grasp on it. So I got healed. I got healed back. That's totally fine. And dodge the abilities, it says. So I'm just gonna crash the wave, make sure that... There you go. A little more poke. And now it's a good time to recall. Actually I recall with a lot of gold. Usually I recall with just enough for the wand, the yellow thing, and boots. But this time I could just build a catalyst of hands. I don't really know the name of the items, secondary items actually. I should study this more. It's useless, but it's always nice. So this way, when you're gonna buy this, you're gonna have more HP, more mana, and the passive is that you're gonna gain mana back when you use an ability. No, that's different. Wait, they change it? Regen HP equal to 20% of mana spend. So you're gonna gain health equal to 20% of the mana you spend. So if I'm using this ability, it doesn't say actually. Boring. You're gonna gain HP when you use an ability, and you're gonna gain mana when you eat an enemy. No, when you receive damage from an enemy champion. Okay, got it. Anyway, it gives you HP and mana, so just keep it simple. And I miss minions like no one. It's still kinda tilting sometimes that I miss so many minions. If you think my team is doing well, wait a little, because they're gonna run down. So, she used their ultimate, and I'm totally fine with that. And there, I was pinging Jax to come to my lane. Look at her, she's midlife, overextending, and spamming her abilities as soon as they are on cooldown. She just used their ultimate. Why isn't he coming mid and ganking me? So, I want to cancel her, because I want to fight her, because she has her ult. Sorry, I have my ult, and not her. So, sometimes I even take damage on purpose, so I can bait them and use my ultimate and kill them. But no, she had her flash. Unlucky. I still make her use her flash, and look at this guy. No one loves you. Look at you. No one loves you. Get out. You cancel the recall of people. No one loves you. And there you go. Jax is gonna kick his ass. It's kinda fed. So I was pinging him because I needed help to push the lane because I have no HP, no mana. It really helped me. Yeah, recalling there is not a good idea. If I would recall there, things would get messy because if I would be forced to stay on that lane, she would just like push the wave faster than I will and put it under turret, take a plate. And I would lose a lot of minions. So, what I asked Jax was, help me take the wave. So this way, the wave is even. I'm pinging my team that she's rotating. Always do that, even if most of the time your teammates won't care. Because she's still there, walking around. Doing nothing. So that's good for me. That's really good. And you can see the power of Grasp of the Undying in the early game. I've already stick him some heavy slaps. And I don't have my ultimate. That's the Grasp and the... the empowered basic attacks that I have from my passive. So, at this point, I want to try to take a plate I can already push waves really fast, that's really good. I'm being maybe a little greedy, but since I have this item it's fine. I'm stacking no matter what. I just would like a plate, but Genie's gonna be annoying. I should get out really fast. As you see, I was faster, they were slower. I used my shockwave to run away. Look at this quality dodging. Ooh. She used her ultimate for the wolves, fine. I don't know why Dila came back there, Ari was there. But still, it was totally fine, and I take the kill. And look at the wolves! The grasp of the dying actually gave me HP. Enough HP to survive those wolves. Incredible. Yeah, sure. I can make fun of my opponent because I really deserve to live there. Anyway, so in this game we are all platinum except Brand, he's gold. And you're gonna see that he's gonna be a problem for our team. About Harry? Well, I have nothing to say. Harry, Baron lane. Harry, Baron lane. It's a no. You don't deal enough damage and you are not tanky enough for that. Thank God we have a Jax or else we would have no front line. So Jax spent the whole game dying. What did I do? I just spot the enemies on the other side of the map, so I decided to go top after what happened here. Go top, take the minions, take the turret. They even let me do this. No punished. So, that was a huge recall for me. Huge. I didn't got one item, but I got better. I got pieces of item. So, movement speed, more movement speed and ability haste, which is really good for me. And Haunty Guys, which will make me deal more damage. And yeah, that's what I was talking. When you need mana, don't count on your jungler because he tried to steal it from me. And I'm not gonna say some things that were on the chat, but not pretty. So, that's how am I carrying this game. Good rotations, good timings. I'm gonna upload another Orianna video where it goes even better. I wanted that plate. I'm actually so sad. 52 HP. So, what I have to do there, just zone Graves out. Look, he's slow, he's taking damage, so I have absolutely no reason on helping Jinx or the Arrow. I can just do this. And Kayle got really lucky there. I didn't know that Kayle was there. You know what? I'm just gonna do this. Nope. There you go. Nice. So this way you see what I see. That's me being greedy because that's what happened a lot of times. I'm greedy and I die like an idiot. But I dodge well. I have nice, like, movie feats, you know. This video is gonna be so long. But you have the timestamps. Oh well. So pay attention to some other spells. I have my flash. But I decide to don't flash out. Why? I could have probably survived. No, I'm not sure. Seraphine can speed up. Kayle can speed up, so there was absolutely nothing that would make me use my flash there. But thank God Harry is there to save the situation. And change targets half fight, and just miss cannons, and just go back onto the fight when Seraphine has her cooldowns. As you can see, I have to count on myself, and thank God I have a scaling champion. So, at this point I'm just saying to my team, guys, chill, play together. Do you think they're gonna listen to me? Absolutely not. No, they won't. So it's me against the enemies. So I'm here to defend mid. Don't be afraid of using your shockwave. The cooldown is relatively low. So even if sometimes it might seem a waste, use the shockwave to clear a wave for the enemies not to take your turret. You can do that. There are no rules saying that it doesn't damage minions. So well, let's look. 1, 2, 3, 4 enemies. One is missing. Jhin. Jhin is dead. 15 seconds. So if all of the enemies are here, one is dead, I know where they are. So let's just stay here. Take this wave. And probably the turret. They're already coming to me, but I want that plate. So yeah. Put the ward on their jungle. Look. That's what I was telling you earlier. This speed up, allies, and slow down enemies. Shockwave to secure the kill. So, allies and enemies are not champions. It also speed up minions. Does it matter? Absolutely. Absolutely. It absolutely matters. Yes. When you are like pushing for the final, push, when the enemies are dead and you can finish the game, just use that to speed your minions up. Or slow the minions when they want to finish the game. So at this point, my mindset was, I need to carry this game, because my team clearly doesn't know what they're doing. What am I watching? Well, if I need to carry, the only thing that I need to do is take everything and be as strong as possible. So I was really not afraid of stealing kills there and there. I have no excuse for this. I was maybe a little bit too greedy. Let's just beat this up if you don't mind. So here we are. We have Liadris and Infinity Orb. That's really good. You didn't saw anything, okay? Nothing. No. That was a choke, okay? It happens to everyone. Meanwhile, the only thing that I was focusing on is taking kills from my team, because I don't want them to take kills. And I want the gold on me. Look, I'm speeding minions, so the minions will go faster and I can push for the turret faster. Put pressure on mid. I saw that kill was there. I tried to just go for a little, but nothing special. I just wanted to annoy her. Nothing else. Graves is here, I can actually kill him, but no point in that. Look at the mid lane. That's a nice combo. If the ball is against the wall, the enemies will be just like against the wall. Just that. They won't move a lot. They will be close to the center. I look at the map, I saw that Brand was fighting versus Jhin, and well, he got smashed. But I came here for the cleanup. This Jhin was also really greedy. But well. Yes, I know, but I wanted to help with the turret. I don't know if she could do it alone. She could do it alone, so I just decided to take the turret. And let's go. At this point, I'm pretty sure that I can 1v1 everyone on their team, one by one. So let's look at this. The gold. I'm the one, actually the second one with the most gold. On my team, of course. Seraphine has a lot of gold, for some reason, because I completely smashed her in the laning phase, but, well, we know how Aldrich is. You win the laning phase and the team wins you. Kayle will be a problem later, but she already has a Wit's End, which gives her magic resistance. Jhin can be a problem, but he's kinda dumb, so it's fine for me. Jax has a lot of gold. 11 kills give him a lot of gold. It's a waste. It's really a waste because he doesn't know what he's doing at all. And you're gonna see later. Let me see if already... No. Later, you're gonna see how much this guy is dumb. But, for now, I'll show you how strong is the late game Orianna only with 3 items. My Rod of Ages is already stacked. Bah! There you go. Beautiful. Easy. That got me another item. Now, I should be spamming my second ability as often as possible, which was what I was doing. Look at the damage. Oh, someone was mid-life. Someone just decided to flash from an ignite or a basic attack, I don't know. We should just go back, they are all about to spawn. And we don't have a lot of HP, so I just take this. And I should recall. But what do? Why do I do this to myself? I have enough gold to one-shot the Rabadon. Just go back. Just go back. Just go back, Brian. Go back. Come on. I have a double buff, so the red buff will give me HP. Okay, but still. Just go back, Brian. There you go. Good boy. Sometimes I'm kinda greedy on my recall. Not as much as Ari, apparently. Not only I have a Rabadon now, but my greed gave me Void Amethyst. 20% magic penetration. So, Kayle has Witch Hand and the basic magic resistance from the champion. As you can see, I have a 67 on the lower part of my screen. Is gonna be shredded. When I will finish the Void Step, it's gonna upgrade to 40%. The enemies actually did really well there. So we were on the dragon, so they were on Baron. A shockwave on Jhin, as you can see, I'm really not afraid of using my shockwave. I am a lot more conservative on my summoner spells, on my barrier and flash. So I keep my summoner spells quite a lot. But my ultimate, I use it a lot. You should use it a lot. Because I just used it, I just died like a shit. And look at the cooldown, 20 seconds already, and I have almost no ability haste. I just have the ability haste from my boots, and 15. That's nothing. Anyway, let's speed this up, it's not interesting. Okay, no, maybe. Jax. There. That was beautiful. You just go back and look how bad this was. Speed up and nice. 1 and here I am, Wild Rift. If you think that was bad, he just bought a teleport. He just bought a teleport. Whew. So now I'm split pushing. Why am I split pushing? Let's look. My team is there. Really low. They have a Seraphine and a Kayle, so they won't lack of healing. They have Baron, so it's gonna be really hard for us to push lanes. So what should I do? Probably take those turrets, or take the wave that is basically the... How can I say it? I don't have the word. Stay away from my team, and stay away from my team is also staying away from the enemy team. I can only do this because I'm strong. If I wouldn't be strong, I wouldn't split push. Don't split push with Orianna unless you are really strong. At this point, I'm basically full build. And I literally didn't use anything. I didn't use my ultimate. I just used my barrier just in case. I have my stasis, so totally fine. I want to keep going. My team is dying. As you saw, there is no point for me in staying with my team, because those guys die and they will take me with them. I can do this, that is a little different, which is flanking, just coming to the side, when it's not too greedy. There it could have been a good opportunity for a shockwave, but it's fine. I didn't need to. I can keep it for something else or someone else. Oh, by the way, this that I did, I put my ball on Jax, so if he would kill Lux, I would get the assist. Simple. So if you shield an ally, even if you didn't deal a single point of damage, you will get the assist. He doesn't dodge anything. That's bad for me. But I have stasis and flash. I got ignited, and I have my shield that just came in time. Beautiful. What should I do now? Should I fight Jhin? No, I know that he doesn't have flash because he just wasted his flash in the 1v1, but well. By the way, you remember when I said that Brand was gold? Well, there. He spent most of the game split pushing. As a support. As a mage. You can never ask too much for your teammates. So there, book. Use my shockwave to run away. As you saw, I put the shockwave behind Kayle. So she would go down the other side of the ball. If I would put the ball in front of her, she would come even closer to me. So take the scuttles, so this time we will have vision if they will be on Baron or not. At this point, I was just a bit tilted with my team, and it's understandable because I'm trying to win and they kind of run down. And I just walk in a place where I probably shouldn't. Yeah, I did walk in the bad position, and yeah. So Jax just decided to get a double kill and the dragon, whatever. It doesn't matter at all. So, double buff for the mana. And there we are. At this point, I'm strong, I'm full build, I really want to fight, because I'm ahead of probably most, if not all of them. Who else is full build? Seraphine is kinda good. Kale is almost full build, Grace is full build, Jean is full build. But I don't care because I can basically one-shot them. So at this point, I want to fight. I want blood. They have a ward on this bush, by the way. It's annoying. Yeah. I was trying to cheese someone because you can do that with Orianna. Basically one shot, stay in the bush and one shot someone. Ow. By the way, if Ahri top isn't trolly enough, why does she go for Lich Bane? Anyway, I don't care. Okay. As you could see, speed up the minions. Kale was there to take them, of course, but it could make a difference. I just look at my map and the blue buff is spawning. So, take the enemy jungle. Always take the enemy jungle as much as possible. I'm going back, I don't need to buy anything, because the elixirs are not on Wild Rift. Elixir is basically potions that you have that will give you a boost for 5 minutes, I think. So unfortunately, when you are full build, you literally cannot do anything else. Shame. So at this point, I'm just walking mid. I don't know if you noticed, but when Jax used his teleport earlier, it was right in the middle of the enemy team and it just died. Instantly after spawning. So I take the scuttle for the same reason that I did about the last one. Oh yeah. Genius. And the flash from a basic attack. Meanwhile, I tried to chase Seraphine, but she recalled, so anyway. I can do some damage to Kale, and I can poke them quite a lot. So I want them to go on me, so I can use my shield and my shockwave. There you go. Boom! Look at the damage! Beautiful! And now, Seraphine is dead. And I surrender. So, how to win a game, how to carry a game by yourself? Don't group with your team. Both of teams lose resources when you group. So, focus on farming. Your team pings you, your team threats you. Don't care. Gold is what makes you win. Not kills, not assist, not dying a lot or not much, but gold. Gold give you items, items give you power. So, the only thing that you want is not group, it's focus on yourself. I can safely say that the moments that I died this game was mistakes, of course, but mostly because I tried to group with my team. Sometimes it went well, like when I used my shockwave on Graves with Misfortune. Sometimes didn't, and I died. That's also why I don't want to play with a champion, because you get punished so much for dying, even more. I would say that as a mid laner, as a mage, if you die more than 2 times, you're already having a bad game. So that's why I focus on dying the least possible. The other game that I'm gonna put on YouTube for the next video, who knows, is probably gonna be this one that is really chill. The Akali wasn't really good, but it was a fun game overall. I just stomped on everyone and I was just walking around the map, chill, dealing a lot of damage. Nothing much happening, but it was nice. So guys, I hope you liked this video, and I hope you didn't fall asleep. 50 minutes, too much. But well, you're used to. You have the timestamps, of course, so you can skip the boring parts. Guys, gotta tell you, See you for the next video. Stay the way you are. You're amazing. Cheers.